I use rubrics on most assignments for faster grading and for more consistency in grading. You can find rubrics on assignments quite easily. Simply click on the assignment and scroll down. Finding a rubric for a discussion is a little trickier. Click on the discussion, then click on the three-dot button in the top right corner. You'll see a drop-down menu. Choose Show Rubric. The major assignment rubrics are based on the unit objectives. The minor assignment rubrics focus on what's important in that particular assignment. These rubrics have wide gaps. As you can see here, structure and content has a jump of 14 points between outstanding and acceptable. I often adjust a grade up from the rubric total. If you forgot to say thank you in the conclusion, I would take off a bit for that mistake, but I would not take off 14 points for that little mistake. Your rubric grade may be in the 70s or 80s, and you still might get an A if your mistakes were minor. I will never drop a grade below the rubric total, however. I provide feedback in the rubrics, but I also provide commentary on specific issues. You can see your commentary by clicking on the graded assignment. Here you can see any general comments I might have made. Sometimes I will provide general comments and sometimes I will not. To see your commentary, click on View Rubric Evaluation. You will see the rubric categories. Dismiss the rubric and select View Feedback beside the listed file. Now you will be able to view my commentary. Please note, I usually only highlight grammar issues. You are more likely to fix the issue if you find out why you lost those points. If you cannot, feel free to contact me. To understand how the commentary translates into a grade on the rubric, keep this information in mind. Any issue in text, writing, grammar, or punctuation will lower the text grade in your rubric. The structure and content category is more complex. This grade is affected if you miss moves in the intro or conclusion, forget required information, leave out required detail, or don't follow the requirements of the genre in some way. To avoid losing points in this area, make sure you pay close attention to the structures I lay out in the videos and readings, and that you have the appropriate level of detail. Any comments on color, spacing, font and typeface issues, alignment, contrast, format consistency, images, or any other design elements affect your design grade. Visual design is an important part of communication today. The technology grade will come primarily from any issues with your chosen software. If you turn in a Word file and it messes up your design, you will lose design points and points in the technology area. If you turn in a file from an unsupported software program, one that I happen to have, I will grade it, but you will lose all of your technology points. The best way to get the full points in this area is to turn in a PDF for major assignments, except for the presentation. Do make sure your presentation ports well, though, or you will lose points here as well. I will make comments on your employment unit and your instructions. I will only provide general feedback on your feasibility report and presentation, since most students are not interested in more than their grade at the end of the semester, and grades are due soon after finals. You are always welcome to ask for more detail. I usually tell you both what needs fixed and what you did well. I will always make at least one comment on your writing, your structure and content, and your design, if only to tell you that you did a good job meeting that requirement. I normally just comment on technology when it is an issue. Typically, I only provide general comments on minor assignments. I do respond in detail on journals, however. Read your commentary. It will help you improve on your next project. I try to have major assignments back within 2 weeks of the due date. However, life and work interfere at times. I will always have your assignments back at least 3 days before the next one is due, so you can implement any necessary changes on the new assignment. You are always welcome to ask me about your grade, either in your journal or in an email.